I'm Dana Cowley, and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. We're in the beautiful stateroom of Washington's capital in Olympia. My guest today is Republican Representative MAUREEN Walsh. She's from Walla Walla. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're working on a bill that has survived and is moving forward and would help better prepare people to enter the workforce.
Yeah, it's a bill for our TANF, which is the Temporary Aid for Needy Families, formerly called our welfare system. And people have 5 years to be on our welfare system. And so I think it's kind of incumbent upon us as a state to make sure that we help provide what the resources that these folks need to actually obtain family wage jobs and get them off the welfare rolls permanently. So we currently offer 1 year of education as a work activity for our TANF recipients, and that 1 year at a vocational technical college we have found is not really delivering what we need. Only about 15% of people actually get anything meaningful out of that 1 year of education. So I would submit at those types of higher education venues, 2 years can actually get you an associate degree or get you a certificate in a certain discipline that, again, will help you be able to enter the job market with a credential in your hat and be able to be self-sustained. And so I think going to a 2-year option instead of 1 year, I think we're going to find the results are much better and that the outcomes are much greater. So I got 90 votes off the House floor on the bill. I'm thrilled about that. It's in the Senate committee now, and I've asked the good chair to please go ahead and exec the bill. So I'm very hopeful that we can get this bill through this session.
Well, I wish you good luck with
that.
Thank
you.
It does seem like, especially with technical programs, those are 2-year programs.
They really are. And also we're talking about a demographic or a population of individuals that are already struggling. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes just transportation issues and very basic need issues come into play as well. So, I think extending that to 2 years kind of gives these folks a fighting chance. So I think it's a great idea. And I think, the prior policy was kind of penny wise but pound foolish. We need outcomes. We need people to be successful, and we need to get them to the goal line, and I think this will do a lot to help that.
Well, we all learned a lot during the economic recession.
Oh boy.
That we're a little closer to being in trouble financially than maybe we first thought.
That's right.
And so for someone who is in a difficult financial situation, it's hard to remain positive. And so if you're 1 year into a program that's going to take 2 years before you can really make yourself marketable, and your funding ends 1 year into it, that can be a little defeating psychologically as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's like getting the rug pulled out from under you. And I think that's what we're trying to do, is try to incentivize these folks to let's get that degree, let's get that certificate, let's get that good job and get you off of the welfare rolls. I think it's a very noble goal, and I'm very hopeful that it's successful.
Well, and on the other end of it, turning to our youngsters, you love kids, you're very passionate about education, and you'd like to help fund a preschool in the Pasco area that could serve up to 900 4-year-olds. But there's a relatively big price tag attached, about $7 million?
Well, it's $7 million that they're asking out of the capital budget from the state, but they've already raised $7 million back home locally. So it's this public-private partnership again, and when we talk about education, that affects all of our children. Yes. And the demographic in the Tri-Cities area, or Pasco specifically, is we have a lot of non-English speaking families, and their children, when they are testing for the kindergarten assessment test, they're testing very, very low on their math and their literacy skills. So it's really important that we try to assist them in getting up to par with other kindergartners and get them ready for kindergarten. And so this would be a program for 4-year-olds. It would serve 900 4-year-olds in that community, and again, try to give them some of the curriculum, like through our ECAP and Head Start programs, that can really help get these kids accelerated so that they actually can, again, kind of achieve that same level of expertise as some of the other kids that are entering kindergarten.
Well, and it gets back to the psychology again, too. If you have a 4-year-old going into kindergarten who feels confident and is happy and has positive association with school versus, that kindergartner who starts and feels like maybe they're not performing as well, they're not the best one in the class, that can go all through school with you. You can feel bad about yourself through your entire school career, and then that's kind of defeating at the end too.
Well, that's right. And social and emotional learning are all part of that kind of curriculum to try to help kids. We've had anti-bullying initiatives. We're trying to do what we can to make kids happy and secure and feel safe in schools. And again, when you come in and there's a tremendous gap of achievement between a child who's maybe at 3rd grade level versus a 3-year-old level, that gap really never does close all through their K-12 career. So it's really important, I think, to try to get kids up to speed and really help empower parents. A lot of this is about empowering parents to be their kids' best and first teacher and really be able to kind of be their kids' best cheerleader as they go through school. And if we can insert parents back into the equation, I think we're gonna move the ball forward considerably.
It all starts at home. Thank you for being here. This is
Thank you.
Maureen Walsh, the Republican representative from Walla Walla. I'm Dana Cowley for Charter Local Edition Northwest.